watching World Insight with Tian coming to you live from Beijing Studio.com on our program. It is not easy to be her, an adventuresome young Arab woman in a land torn by conflict. How did the explorer Ulfat Haider do it? Her answer to that question and more right after this break. Welcome back. You're watching World Insight with Tian coming to you live Monday to Friday on CGTN. The conflict between the Israelis and the Palestinians goes back centuries due to differences in religions and cultures made worse by intervention from other countries. For some, the answer to the communal violence is not to take up more arms, but to take to the great outdoors with more face-to-face cultural exchanges on nature trips people could listen to and connect to each other as human beings without the historical baggage. People do find their own ways to try to live in peace. Ulfat Haider is one of them. She has been doing her part through exploration. Tell me about the excursions you have been on, bringing the Israelis and the Palestinians together.
Yeah, it's a start. Maybe I've been running a different program, bring Arab and Jewish together through outdoor activities to know each other. We built trust, and then we start talk deeply about narrative, how to be able to hear different narrative, and we can be also have empathy for another narrative from both sides.
But this is not your profession from the very beginning. You are a basketball player.
Yeah, I started playing volleyball when I was 14, and I became a professional volleyball player in national team. I did that 28 years, and the last 5 years I do triathlon, marathon, climbing mountains.
Anything you could have in mind.
I like challenge.
I can tell. Which position did you play in the volleyball team, national volleyball team of Israel?
It's in the center.
Oh, so you were the one doing the blocks and the smashes?
Exactly.
Was it good?
Yeah, yeah. I think from here come my experience to block the violence between Arab and Jewish.
That's a great way of putting it. But you yourself was an Arab growing up in Israel. Mm-hmm. That must be quite a unique experience.
First, my challenge was with the national team. Usually when we play out of the country, in Europe, the challenge was, as an Arab, to be in the security. So usually all my friends, they go directly to the duty-free. I spend a few hours with the security, and then, you know, you can imagine a few hours I need to do my best as a player in this team. So this one conflict. And
why Arab get special security treatment?
Oh, it's a long story. But, you know, usually we are, it's about trust, about, you know, it's very complicated, but it's hard, you know, to explain it why. But we are minority, we are 20% in Israel, and it's taken me back to all the conflict. But it's very complicated to be Arab in Israel.
Tell me about it, personally.
Yeah, I maybe will share some story you can understand. I was teaching a swimming course, and it was kids 6 years old, all the groups. And in the end of the course, when I was teaching, one of the kids was scary to swim by himself. So I was holding him in my hand, and my friend, she came and asked me something in Arabic, and I answered, and he looked at me, I asked, which language you speak? I said Arabic. He said, why? I said, because I'm Arab. He heard that, he became independent, start swimming by himself, running away from me and shouting. And when his dad coming to me, he asked me what I did with him. I said, just now he know I'm Arab. He said, it's not personality, but we take him for another group. So he moved his son for the other group. And you can imagine the another group, it's just one line between two groups.
Yes.
And next meeting, this kids was look at me, Chen, and I asked him, what you looking for? He told me, I want to be with you. I want to be with my group. And I say, I am Arab. He said, I don't care. So you can imagine, 6 years old, he's so scared from me as an Arab. It's not scared from me, really. He's scared from the stereotype. He never met any Arab. So this is the situation. And what I'm trying to do is to bring people together. So to know each other before we said like Arab or Jewish, to know each other as a human being.
And that's why you want to make a change.
Exactly.
On your own.
I try to find the way to live in peace in myself, in the people behind and around me, and also with the nature. So with the water, I looking to find the way to make looking for better future.
When you feel different or being categorized as different, do you complain to people or you just accept?
You know, I said I have two ways to do, or to complain or to take responsibility. So I chose to take the responsibility to make a change, because I don't think any complaint will help if I don't take the responsibility and to try to make a change.
But when you take charge and take responsibilities, you have to convince others to do the same as well. Because on your team, you have to get both the Israelis, the Jewish, and the Arab together.
Yeah.
How did you convince them to come on the same team?
I think usually when we're sitting in the room, we saw the different. When we are in comfort zone, we see just the different. I took this group outside, and then in the nature, we see how we are similar. We both looking how to survive, to be outdoor in a very cold weather or very hot weather. And from there, I think we connect first as a human being. And I think this is the first steps.
To be alive, to live and live together.
Exactly, yeah.
Tell me about one of those places that you visited with them together.
I was in 2004 in peace expedition to Antarctica. We was 4 Palestinian, 4 Jewish, and the goal was to climb mountain no name and name it this mountain. And I can say it was so clearly how we work together and we try survive. Even to tie the shoes, it's not possible by yourself there. You need
someone else to help you.
And how we work together until we get the summit. And it's another thing, like focusing to one goal. When we reach the goal, we reach the summit. After that, we start fighting about stupid things. So I understand anything we need to have a goal, focusing in this goal, and to work together as a group.
Let's talk about the process first before we talk about the fight on top of the hill. What about that process? I mean, people will be frustrated because it's so challenging.
Yeah.
And because they have to be a member of the team.
Yeah.
They know they have to go with the team all the time. So I'm sure there will be times of conflict, times of challenges, but they would like to splash it out to the other members of the team.
Yeah.
And will religion, race get into the whole discussion?
Yeah. For me, before I get the summit, I looking about the process. I think the process in myself, what I learn about myself, what I can help or make inspiration for other people. And I think it's the way. Like I feel I grow up more every expedition in the way.
Give me some examples, how people interacted.
First, any conflict, like between people, it's the way how to be able to listen. Like I think when we get the conflict, it means nobody listen to each other. To find the way first, how we can listen for each other, to take what they said and then we'll react later. Sometimes in the group it's happened, like some people, they said, I can't hear anymore this person. I said, okay, take time out, stay a little bit afar, back to your energy and come back to the group. And it's work. Like, I think each one to be first to listen. I think it's our problem. We don't listen. We just lock, just to be open and listen as a human being.
But sometimes listening is already a huge task. So listening to a very different view, coming from a very different cultural background, with a very different sets of experiences.
You know, first, I think when you do that through the process and the climbing, you are more honest with yourself. You more, I think, you can play nice person if we sit here, like 5 minutes, 10 minutes one day, and then each one will be back in his home, in his friend. But we are intensive 2 weeks, hiking, climbing, so all your honesty will come out. So from this place, it's easy, maybe it's hard, but it's easy to deal with things. Like you bring all your things you really believe, and each one bring. And from here, like, and I think if it's hard, you don't focusing about to fighting, you're focusing about how to survive together.
And did they survive very well?
Yeah.
What about the fight on top of the hill? I would love to hear about that.
You know, I mean, like we reach the summit, we start fighting about what we'll cook today. But it's, you know, very strong process. We have one person in our team, he's a DJ, play music, and he get married, and he's originally from Russia.
He's Jewish.
Jewish, yeah. And he invite all the team to his wedding. And in the middle of the wedding, he stopped and he said, I want to share this thing. He said, I've been thinking almost 1 year which music I will play in my wedding, like Russia, sure, like American music, and maybe Hebrew music, like. But he said, I never was thinking to play Arabic music. And he put Arabic music, and all the team was dancing with him. So it's make a change. It's make big change. You know, at least, you know, in the level to know each other, to know it's another more than one story or 2 stories or 3 stories.
But how much really can you change?
I said to make a change in our country, it have to be in 2 levels. First, we are the community. We need to make a change. But also the government, they have to think different. And it's from top to bottom and from bottom to top, and then we'll meet, and it will be make a change. I don't say I will make a change, but at least in my communities, in my circle, I can make a change. And each one get participant in these programs. He also influence like in other groups. It's like how you throw stone to the water. It's a start from small circle and getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And I hope also we'll have this process from up to down, and we'll meet in the middle.
What do you aspire to do eventually?
You know, I'm looking to have better future. So this is what I'm trying to do.
Ulfat, I learned a lot. Thank you so much what you have been doing. It's really beautiful what you've been doing.